Office of the Minister of State, Mr. Ndebele, will give us the welcome remarks. Mr. Ndebele, sir. Round of applause for him. You know,
thank you very much. The Director of Ceremonies, the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Honorable S.C. Manuanzira, here represented by the Honorable Minister of State for Provincial Affairs in Harare Metropolitan Province, Comrade M.R. Chikokwa. All ministers here present, the Deputy Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Honorable Dr. W.S.J. Mlambo in absentia. I'm told he's had to go to his constituency where there was an accident which claimed the lives of 6 youths. May their souls rest in peace. Deputy Ministers here present, the Acting Secretary for ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Comrade S.G. Chikwama, senior government officials, the Port Transport Chairman, Mr. Ovote, the Port Trust Acting Director General, Mrs. C. Nyamucha, Chief Executives, Managing Directors, and representatives of ICT companies here present, Captains of Industry and Commerce, distinguished innovators, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving these welcoming remarks on behalf of the Honorable Minister of State for Provincial Affairs in Harare Metropolitan Province, who is our guest of honor tonight. As the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs in Harare Metropolitan Province, who represents His Excellency the President, Comrade R.G. Mugabe, in this province, I am greatly honored to extend to you all a very warm welcome to this prestigious occasion on behalf of Harare Metropolitan Province. First of all, I wish to express my profound gratitude to the Ministry of ICT, Postal and Courier Services for convening the Zimbabwe ICT Innovators Showcase here in the Sunshine City, the city of Harare, which is the capital of our country, Zimbabwe. It is indeed a great privilege for us to have this very important event, and your presence here is a great testimony of the faith you have in our hosting capabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, it is gratifying to note that the agenda of the showcase is to identify and support young innovators in the country to develop their ideas, protect their intellectual property, and deploy their technical inventions for use in Zimbabwe and the global market at large. Research and innovation is a powerful force for this socio-economic change in developing countries. As a result, it is imperative for us to acknowledge the efforts of young individuals and organizations that will have contributed meaningfully to the sustainable development of our nation through ICTs. They certainly have a role to play in our accelerated economic growth and wealth creation as espoused in our economic blueprint, the Zimbabwe Agenda for Sustainable Socio-Economic Transformation, ZIMASET. In order to enhance innovation, it is my fervent belief ladies and gentlemen, that Zimbabwe must invest more in research and development. The development of a knowledge base, and the development of its own people. We should strengthen our vocational and tertiary institutions and cultivate meaningful ties between our universities and industry. We should also prioritize the protection of intellectual property rights, which is essential in the provision of good investment climate and an innovative environment in Zimbabwe. The Bible says in Exodus 35 verses 30 to 33, "See, the Lord has chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, the son of the tribe of Judah, and he has filled him with the Spirit of God, with wisdom, with understanding, with knowledge, and with all kinds of skills to make artistic designs for work in gold, silver, bronze, to cut set stones, to work in wood, and engage in all kinds of artistic crafts." So, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, it is our God-given right to be innovative. So let's be innovative, every one of us. Let us therefore not be shy to showcase our innovations, as they are part and parcel of our legacy. Allow me to conclude by thanking everyone who made this event a success, and once again to heartily welcome you all to Harare Metropolitan Province. I thank you.
Share and able. Share and able.
Thank you very much. Do not notice them. Any other permanent secretaries to you, our guest of honor. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, to divert a little. When we planned this event, the guest of honor was going to be the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Honorable Superman Wanzira. Unfortunately, there has been a serious illness in the family, and he had to leave and travel abroad to attend to that. Then we said, okay, we have got a deputy minister who will officiate. Unfortunately, we were told in his constituents there was that tragedy that Mr. Ndebele has just talked about, so he went away. We asked the acting minister for us, Honorable Mshowe, but unfortunately he was committed. And I remember when I made these phone calls in the morning, about 10 o'clock, they asked the Honorable Minister of Provincial Affairs for Harare Province to officiate at this function, and she accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce her, just clap hands for her. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to say just a few words for our guest of honor. Our guest of honor tonight is the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs for Harare Metropolitan Province. She is the founder and chairperson of the Global Foundation. She holds a degree in Human and Social Studies, specializing in community development, and a master's in business administration. So, my startup, Musaba Yepe. She's also the senior pastor for Kingdom Church in Zimbabwe, as well as the chief administrator of the Bishop Climate Ministries in Southern Africa. Her political career began when she was only 13 years old, and she has since risen both in her political as well as professional careers with several awards under her belt. Currently in the political sphere, she is the deputy chairperson for Harare Province Women's League. In terms of awards, in 2014, she was the winner of the Service Excellence Awards from the Conduct Center Association of Zimbabwe. She has also bagged in the Long Service Award at the National Social Security Authority. And in faraway lands, she was the winner of the Kipps Trophy in 1997 for a diploma in general management. She has also held several leadership positions and was one of the team leaders of the Constitutional Making Process Outreach Program. And she currently is the advisor of Women in Health Trust Fund in Zimbabwe. She was elected the first female vice president of the Zimbabwe Institute of Management in 2006. Our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a mother and hence has always had the welfare of youth at heart. You, the young innovators, are the very people who are at the heart of our guest of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor tonight is none other than the Honorable Minister of Provincial Affairs, Harare Metropolitan Province, Comrade Miriam Shikukwa. Honorable.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. She's talking, the Master of Ceremony. Thank you, Permanent Secretary. Today, before I honor anybody, today, Daito Wanyasha Kungoti, Zimbabwe Province, Kundukwito ICT, for 1 year or 30 minutes. And you know, the most good part of it is I'm going to read. So whatever, whether it's wrong or right, you will not blame me. So today is fine. Director of Ceremonies, all ministers here present, Acting Secretary for ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Ms. S.C. Chikwamba, Permanent Secretaries here present, other senior government officials here present, Port Trust Board Chairman, Mr. Obvute, Port Trust Acting Director General, Ms. C. Nyamusa, and my Director, Mr. Ndebele from Harare Metropolitan Province, Chief Executives, Managing Directors, and representatives of ICT companies here present, Captains of Industry and Commerce, distinguished innovators, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I can see innovation. If this is what you call innovation, then I don't want to be an innovator. I just want you to be a preacher, because at least you say, Amen, Amen, and it will fly. I wish to welcome you all to this second Zimbabwe ICT Innovators Showcase, which is coming hard on the heels of another similar event held in Bulawayo 2 weeks ago. And when I'm saying I, it doesn't mean I'm putting on the dress. It's Honorable Mshowe saying I. So, as some of you might be aware of by now, this is a government initiative meant to harness the innovative minds of all our young innovators in the country by providing them with an opportunity to showcase their innovations prior to the launch of the Zimbabwe ICT Young Innovators Fund. This innovation agenda is going to help create the modern, dynamic 21st century economy Zimbabwe needs. There has never been a more exciting time for Zimbabwe's young innovators. Indeed, there have never been more opportunities on the horizon for our innovators. As was said by Honorable Malwanzira in the City of Kings and their Queens last week, this is the beginning of a journey to empower Zimbabweans, young innovators. Some of you may recall that sometime early this year, I announced the setting up of an ICT Young Innovators Fund under my ministry, with the main objectives being to increase ICT research and development uptake by young innovators and research institutions in Zimbabwe. To increase the total number of homegrown ICT applications and create employment to promote a culture of ICT innovations and development among young Zimbabweans, to establish innovation hubs within the country, and to provide business and technopreneurial training and incubation services to young innovators within the country. Work on putting in place the necessary framework for the fund has been completed, and the Ministry of ICT will soon be announcing a launch date for the fund, which we hope to take place within the next few days. This government innovation package will incentivize and reward innovation, entrepreneurship, and risk-taking, thereby creating a breed of young technopreneurs who will move this country forward to reclaim its rightful position on the global technological radar. This package comes with new incentives, new drivers, to ensure that Zimbabwean startups with new business ideas will be better able to find the capital that gets them started. It should therefore equip the young innovators with the necessary skills and resources that will make it possible for them to be creators of the much sought after employment for all Zimbabweans. Indeed, it should ensure that more Zimbabweans are imbued with a culture of imagination, of research, of invention, so that this spirit goes right across the whole nation. Innovation is the currency of the future. Innovation converts research into wealth. Unless we recognize this reality and start working in a focused manner on creating a strong innovation culture in our country now, we will be left behind in the march to modernity. Indeed, what we are nurturing is a culture, a national culture of innovation and risk-taking, because as we do that, we grow the whole ecosystem of innovation right across the economy. We become more experienced, more innovative, more agile, more prepared to take on risk and become a nation of ideas. It is the ideas boom that will secure our prosperity in the future. It is believing in our human capital and remembering that the most important assets we have in this country are the young men and women of Zimbabwe. These and their ideas are what secure our future. The innovation agenda we are pursuing will incentivize, dynamize, and energize that enormous opportunity by fostering greater collaboration between government, businesses, and innovators to commercialize ideas and solve society's problems. It is all about turning ideas into commercial opportunities to create jobs and better the quality of our lives. Innovation plays a vital role in our recovery and long-term survival indeed. Indeed, our economic and social recovery requires innovation and competitiveness to create jobs and growth. Evidence shows that countries which invest in research and innovation have been the best equipped to get out of any economic crisis. Look at the Asian giants, Malaysia and Singapore. They managed to turn around their economies mainly by focusing more on the innovative capabilities of their young minds. Year after year, our tertiary institutions produce world-class graduates who, although coming up with immaculate inventions, lack the necessary support to turn their inventions into innovations that will have an impact in mitigating real challenges facing the Zimbabwe society today. It is for this reason that the government, together with other players in the industry, came together to create a fund that will help young innovators in the country to pursue their dreams and bring their invention to fruition. Increasing collaboration between innovators, business, government, and the research sector is absolutely critical to commercialize an idea, a great invention, a great innovation, a great piece of research, and grow it into new source of revenue, new jobs, new opportunities, new industries. Even if some of the inventions do not succeed, we will all benefit. We all learn so much from the failure of new startups. All we need is perseverance until we succeed. The ministry was inspired 2 weeks ago by one young man, Takunda Chimonzo, who pointed out that he had tried so many projects over the last 5 years and he failed more than 18 times. Today, he is the founder of Tech Village, one of the best innovation hubs in the southern part of this country. This can only come out of perseverance and the drive to succeed. There's no doubt that with the support of government and industry, the innovations we saw this afternoon have the potential to turn our country around for the benefit of the innovators themselves and the country at large. Only last week, Minister Manuwanzela spoke of the good work being done by innovators like Ian Nyasha Mutamiri and Kudzai Chisinga. We have flown the country's flag high by coming up with the innovations that have been recognized by both the World Summit on the Information Society, WSIS, and Google. Indeed, most of the innovations you exhibited today have the potential to immaculate. I thought you were going to clap hands for me. Why are you jealous? Vari vakatomira vachitaka kudirire takambotadza katobudirira vanhu vabweka katobuda nenyika kachatopfuura futi ipapo. Indeed, most of the innovations you exhibited today have the potential to emulate, even surpass the efforts of this young man and his government. We will do our best to support you in your innovative endeavors. I know that Zimbabweans believe in themselves and that we are a creative and imaginative nation. With the right inspiration and incentives, we will indeed have a very long ideas boom in this country. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. If it pleases you, before you take your seat, may you receive our token of appreciation from Mrs. Nyamutswa, the Acting Director General of Portras. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I know the Minister is in a rush, but as she's taking leave now, she's not to do more money, so to my innovator, ndaona pfungwa dzavo dzinomhanya. When the PD was introducing you, he made reference to the minister having gone abroad. Yet earlier on, he had made reference to a minister going to the constituents. Politician, they didn't realize there were two different ministers being referred to. So I had quite some whispering, but it's okay. This time, Auntie. But thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We shall, as she's taking leave, we will be continuing with our program. We will now invite, according to our program, we are going to hear the status of innovation in the northern region. And by the northern region, we are talking about Harare, Manicaland, the Mashonaland provinces. So innovators who were here today were coming from across those provinces. So we will have just two people who will be speaking on behalf of everybody in the region. One is coming out of an innovation hub, and the other one is an actual innovator. So we will start by inviting Constantine Nyanzero, who is coming from Udugu Institute, to just share with us briefly. Thank you very much. A round of applause to Justin Perry.
Good evening. We're going to start by a short presentation.
Innovations I saw for Africa were coming from outside. So part of this was to see, can we get the Africans to think through the problem?
If you look around here, you can see that the innovations here are inspiring. And there is Zimbabwe and solving Zimbabwean problems.
And we have a platform called Incambo. The idea came about when we noticed that farmers have challenges getting real-time information about weather, about prices, about market trends. So we have an online system for that.
My name is Chabara. I'm 17 years old. I came here as a global plant scientist with a project known as the Water Light Project. We are trying to solve the problem of illumination in Zimbabwe while it's keeping our country clean by solving the problem of land pollution.
It is amazing here, and the ideas that are happening in Zimbabwe right now aren't going to just solve Zimbabwean problems. They're going to solve Southern Africa and African problems and eventually global problems.
So we had to introduce two new innovations, seamlessly integrated to provide one awesome service. We've developed a system that allows our customers to get their cars washed in under 30 seconds using just 2 liters of water.
Now we developed what is called the NetTech machine. This cuts the system that automates the feeding of chickens, although it's not only limited to that, but it can also be used for feeding of every other animal, such as pigs, such as cattle.
My name is Udai Zomo, representing Impact Pharmacy. We're here today to introduce our hospital bill pay service and prescriptions online. We want to help Zimbabweans in the diaspora, help Zimbabweans at home.
My name is Paul Gordon. I'm the founder of Washington. Washing is a service for students and working professionals. We don't have enough time to juggle between laundry and work and school stuff and assignments and everything like that. So we created an application where you just log into the application and set your delivery time and you pick up time for your laundry. Then we'll come to you and get the laundry and deliver it back within 36 hours, clean, ironed, and packaged.
They take that creativity from artistic to creativity for solving solutions of today. I think there's no stopping that.
My name is Suman Rushija. I am from Zosco. We want to help families use their water more efficiently.
Innovation for us is just bringing the ideas and the market together in a way that hasn't been able to happen here before.
We are resourceful,
ambitious,
creative,
adventurous,
Hustler.
Ladies and gentlemen, as large parts of the world age, Africa grows younger by the day. The youthful sons and daughters of Africa are an incredible resource. Their innovation and curiosity will transform the world. For the past decade, the economies of Africa have been the fastest growing in the world. Behind these statistics is a story of deliberate acts on the part of governments, the private sector, and the development world. We have come together to invest not in innovators and entrepreneurs, but in the systems and the structures that continuously produce local problem solvers and international standard setters. Udugu Institute is an intermediate organization that gives high-impact assistance to early-stage entrepreneurs. We provide a powerful connection to a broad and vast network of resources, catalyzing entire communities of entrepreneurs, best poised to energize local communities. Innovation Brazil, as you have seen, encourages innovators to put forward game-changing ideas and new approaches that challenge the norm and improve African lives. Innovation Baraza started last year, has since gone regional, and this year will be hosted in Lesotho as part of their Golden Jubilee celebrations in November and Gaborone as well. Simba Savannah is also another platform that we've created that provides funding and education for entrepreneurs and people interested in the innovation space by other Zimbabweans. This is investment by Zimbabweans for Zimbabweans. We are happy to announce that 4 months ago, we partnered with Old Mutual and Tier 1 to set up a co-working space that is powering innovation and entrepreneurship in Harare. And hopefully with Potras, the partners here, and the government, we can take this partnership to the rest of the country. The co-working space is a 3-in-1 environment that consists of an open community space, a vector for investors and VCs, and an incubator for startup companies. Our commitment is to stay a vibrant community of innovators and entrepreneurs to build globally competitive companies tailored to solve the myriad of problems in Zimbabwe and the region. The goal of the space is to be inclusive for all parties in the entrepreneurial ecosystem, supporting startups throughout their journey and connecting them with opportunities through initiatives. We are positioning ourselves firmly at the forefront of igniting the growth of successful company after successful company in Zimbabwe and the region. In the 4 months that we've been up, ladies and gentlemen, 6 ideas have turned into companies, and they have saved up to 55 existing companies. Currently, 2 of them are being considered as partners in implementing the National Financial Inclusion Policy because of their innovativeness and freshness of their solution. Through collaboration, we've displayed that the most significant driver for converting possibility into reality is innovation, where we've come to understand that investing in women and young entrepreneurs can provide the world with solutions to some of our toughest challenges. Because that is the potential of entrepreneurship, its ability to elevate people's lives in a way that honors their dignity. So what does the ecosystem need? We need collaboration and commitment from various players in the ecosystem. Whilst Old Mutual and Tier 1 have taken the lead in committing not just to competitions like most do, but to an actual long-term and intentional relationship with the local entrepreneurs. Allowing Old Mutual and Tier 1 to be at the bid alone is not enough. I find it amazing that it is possible for young people in Zimbabwe to find interest from companies outside Zimbabwe. Yet companies locally have taken very little notice of what is happening in terms of innovation in our country. It's not just the private sector, but it also includes government. It's easier for companies and government to buy shelf products rather than to take what we ourselves have created and expand the potential. Innovation, research and development should take center stage if we are going to develop as a nation. That is how other countries have achieved the status of developed countries, not by going to search for productivity and innovation in other countries, but by developing our own capacity. Government and entities like Potras play a central role, given that they are the biggest consumers of goods and services, and they are bigger than any company in this republic. I urge government and Potras to look into empowering young people by supporting entities like the Tech Village in Bulawayo, Stimulus in Harare, Area 46, Zinda, B2C co-working, to create an enabling environment that allows startups to innovate and get products and services to market. Competitions and exhibitions are not enough. Don't invest in single entrepreneurs. Invest in vehicles that continuously support and produce these entrepreneurs. 30% Local Procurement Act should also apply to the technology sector. Companies and government should start looking to local software and hardware development companies for solutions. To the innovators and entrepreneurs, our forefathers won the political freedom that we enjoy today. But on the socio-economic front, we continue to face major challenges. This is our moment as the young people, with the help of government, to complete the task that our fathers in pursuit of economic freedom. This is the time for a new generation to promote inclusive prosperity together. Africa is the world's newest and promising frontier for limitless opportunity. Gone are the days when we only learn to view our continent was one of despair and a lack of dignity. Let's replace this narrative with a new lens of hope, a lens of innovation, a lens of problem solving. Honorable Ministers and distinguished guests, our innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem in Zimbabwe does not claim perfection, but without a doubt we can claim progress. Honorable Ministers and guests, on behalf of the young people, the key insight is to see that we're at the beginning of a great journey. It is the journey that we invite all of you to come to join us. I look forward to welcoming you to collaborative brilliance and to opportunity. Thank you.
Very much, Constantine. He told me that when he's done innovating, he wants to be a politician. It's okay. Thank you. We may want to know that Technomag is live streaming this event on www.technomag.co.za. Share the word. I will invite now Kuda Tichiwikana. She's an innovator from Kuyu. They are into software development. She will quickly share a few words with us. I don't know if they are maths or words or something to say, but she will be sharing. Come to Kuda. Round of applause. Let's start with the innovator.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols observed. First of all, I would like to thank the Minister for this great event. Honestly, it has been awesome, and it has encouraged us as innovators to soldier on and continue on with our business ideas, with our concepts that we seek that one day they'll revolutionize this country and propel the economy of Zimbabwe. Innovators, Madam MC, we are happy people after all. We've been talking for hours and standing up for hours. We are just kind of tired and drained. But we do smile and we do joke around. So forgive us for tonight about that. As innovators, we are passionate people full of energy. When we find something, we get an idea, we run with it, and we find a solution with it. And my plea, especially to the Zimbabwean industry and to the ministry, the respective ministries, is to continue to support the innovators and the startups by giving us a healthy ecosystem, which is one of the challenges that we face as innovators. We are living in a time where it is economically challenging for us to fork out our monies to support our innovations. But if we get the right support within the ecosystem, we will continue to soldier on and transform this economy. And believe you me, one day you will see our innovations turning around our economy and changing the lives of the many Zimbabweans in our nation. As innovators, we do have concerns and things that worry us and sadden us. Propriety, intellectual property. I want to thank the ministry that they are doing something about it, and they promised us that they will lower the charges for us to be able to patent our ideas and copyright our ideas. But my plea again, as I highlighted about the economic challenges, most of us are not employed, and the little monies that we're getting, we're putting it into our ideas. My plea is that if it is possible by any means, we can sit down together and see how it is possible for us to patent the ideas that we have for the growth of our businesses and with the little monies that we are gaining. Again, I don't want to belittle the good work that is being done by our telecoms, but really it is saddening and it is heartbreaking how they do not support the startups and the innovations. I, for one, tried to penetrate into the telecoms industry to get a service that I needed for our service, for our product. And unfortunately enough, because I knocked on the doors and did not get any positive response for them, I had to import that service. And I'm paying an international company for the services that we can get in Zimbabwe. It is a plea to the telecoms. Please open your doors for the startups, for the growth of our nation. And to our dear beloved government, I have walked around, I've talked to the innovators, I talked to them yesterday, and I talked to them today. They've got innovations that will make our systems efficient, flexible, and convenient for the people of Zimbabwe. I beg you and I urge you, if you may open your doors to embrace our ideas so that we may better our service delivery, we may better and improve the way we conduct our services. Interoperability. I know this is a hot issue when it comes to telecoms. This is what I was just been alluding to, how I had to import a service because they're closing their doors on the startup industry. Orange in Western Africa has opened its doors to developers, opened its doors so that they can develop systems and they tap into the revenues that they can bring into the company and increase the profitability. Let me tell you something, we are innovators and we are inventors. Once you close your doors on us, you are forcing us to think. Once you force us to think, we are going to provide a product that will derail your services. But if you open your doors, we will increase your revenues and we will increase your profitability. I really, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services for this grand event. And I hope that this event is not going to end here. It will go on to encourage the growth of the startups in Zimbabwe in terms of our business orientation, in terms of the innovations that we're bringing up. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. It has been an awesome event, and the ideas I hear are just wow ideas that we're getting from the innovators. Thank you to Portras who organized this event, and thank you to the hubs in Zimbabwe. They are helping us to be business-minded. Innovators, we think scientifically and sometimes forget that we have to run businesses and they have to be profitable. Sometimes we're trying to solve social problems and we think with our hearts and not with our head that tomorrow I'll need to put food on my table and tomorrow I'll need the program to carry on. So thank you so much to Portras. Thank you to the hubs that are in Zimbabwe. And a blessed night to you all. Thank you.
Very much for that, such a passionate plea. My customer hungry, and you know that a lot of customers are on the first. Thank you very much. We will move on with our program with a video from Portras while our top 6 is getting ready. So we will have a video from Portras.
Progressive information and communication technologies, ICTs, are a driving force behind economic growth, national engagement and job creation. And yet 90% of the 4 billion people with no access to high-speed internet reside in developing countries, Zimbabweans among them. In spite of these and many other challenges, young Zimbabweans are forging ahead with ICT problem-solving innovations aimed at addressing challenges within their communities. Meet some young ICT innovators of today.
I'm the founder of a startup called Handshake.
I'm the founder and business developer for Roommate.
I founded a startup called Washington.
We are Need Energy.
My project is called Digital Classifieds. It's an e-commerce portal.
I'm the founder and CEO of Road Route Solutions.
Our project is Smart Application.
It's a connection platform whereby people and businesses get to interact.
Roommate provides students with means to secure accommodation before they actually get to their campus. So we're looking at students that learn away from home and always want to get the best place.
Our vision for the project is to see, in this technology age, we see everybody using the application so that there will be a smart way of doing transportation, especially in this transport sector. We want to
very high note. Okay, now moving to the next segment of the program. Remember, this program is being live streamed www.technomag.co.zw. Moving on to the next segment of the program, we are going to have our top 6 innovators being announced, and then we'll have their pitch, and then we'll move on from there. I will now invite my we are not MCs, by the way, we are directors of ceremonies. So I will invite my co-director here, his name is Innocent. Innocent, over to you, sir. Innovation, that we will follow this
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the traditional dancers. It's always difficult when you come. For the people that watch the English Premier League, there's always names that are mentioned. 75 minutes, 85 minutes. The innovators. I'm standing in for a great woman in the land, she could not make it, she traveled to the minister. Innovator, Innovator said, you know, Pista, Innovator, you know what's up? Celebrating a great evening, celebrating great minds. It's lovely to be here. Thank you so much for taking time to come. And for the people that I presented before, all protocols observed, the honorable guests, the VIPs, the ministers who were here, and those who are still here with us. Without taking much time, in no particular order, I'll call upon road rules to come and do the pitch. What we then do after they've done it, I'll go to the judges, the adjudicators, and give them time to pose a question here and there. Then I'll open to the floor as well. But for the sake of time, I will limit maybe to 3 questions out there. For the questions that I'll be throwing out to the audience, I would want real questions that can help the people that have pitched and the people that will pitch in future. I have a brilliant idea that we chicken in, they do with the whole part of Huku. Chicken slide, they do with the whole part of Huku. Soon you will see my in coming through. I'm sorry, so, road rules, you can come through and do your pitch. Let's keep them ahead of the country.
Honorable ministers here present, good evening, and all our distinguished guests. Please allow me to say all protocol observed. My name is Tawanda Chikosi. I'm the founder and CEO of a startup company that is called Road Rules. It has created a mobile application that helps young people in this country with the process of the acquisition of a provisional driver's license. But as a company, our vision is to revolutionize the way people acquire driver's licenses, not only here in Zimbabwe, but also across Africa, as you will see in our presentation. Now, why did we think we needed to create a solution for this? Is this something that is just coming out of our own head, or were we excited? But the answer is no, ladies and gentlemen. According to the Ministry of Transport, the VID section that is responsible for testing people for driver's license aptitude, in 2014, over 243,000 young people in this country sat for the provisional driver's license test. And over 140,000 of them failed the first time. That's a failure rate of over 60%. Now, this failure rate is not just coming without costs attached to it to the young people. As you will see, there's a cost element attached to this failure rate. The exam costs $20 per sitting, and when we started investigating this problem, according to this statistic, we actually realized that sometimes people sit it the third and pass it the fourth time. That is over $60 down the road. Now, these are young people in this country. It's an illiquid economy. They're just coming out of school. If you look at the demographics, people between the ages of 16 and 35, they're trying to empower themselves and invest in their future. But now, they're already incurring the high burden cost of $60 per failure rate that is associated with this test. Now, part of the problem, why is it people are failing this exam? 25 questions, 8 minutes. The problem is the material they are using to study and to prepare for this exam. The Traffic Safety Council has got the mandate for driver education regulation in this country, but the current material that people are using is not regulated, or the Traffic Safety Council is not involved in the production and also in the distribution of this material. These are the typical yellow books that you find in the street corners of Harare or in the street corners of the country, where they are selling for $2, $3. By mere looking, you can actually see that the design is poor because there are no standards, there's no one who's regulating. So this is where we felt it becomes very difficult to start. Let's just assume there's no power. It becomes very difficult to start using this book. People don't want to be seen in public using this book. So let's say you're in a bus ride from town to Stungwiza and all those other things, you don't want to be seen using this book. So this is part of the problem why people are failing, because they are failing due to ill preparation because of the material they are using to study for their provisional driver's license test. Now, the solution to us was very simple. These are young people between the ages of 16 and 35. Their adoption and their appetite for technology is very quick and is very high. They're already having smartphones, using Facebook, using WhatsApp. So it was very natural for us to say the solution to this problem is a well-designed app that is very intelligent and interactive enough to give feedback to the user. So this is the application. It's called Roadus, well-designed, easy to use. You can download it free from Google Play Store. You use it, then it can give you feedback as to whether you're now ready or not to go and sit for a provisional driver's license. So is this idea being validated by the market? We started to say, okay, let's test the market and see if our thinking is correct. So we've been validated by the market in the way we've been testing the project so far. We've increased 20,000 downloads to date, and we also have a very lively community of over 20,000 followers on our Facebook page. Now, we went to the regulator and said, we are young innovators, we've come up with this innovation. Let's partner together in line with the government's drive for public-private partnerships. So we now have an agreement. We're just waiting for the proposed date of the signing of this agreement so that we can get content from the Traffic Safety Council as well as their experience, not only in Zimbabwe but across the SADC region. As you will know, Zimbabwe adopted the SADC protocols for road signs. Road signs are changing, the content is changing, the way people are going to be trained is also changing, and the way they are going to be tested is also changing. So our partnership with the Traffic Safety Council will also ensure that we've got the current content, not only current but the correct one. Does a business case exist for this mobile application? I think you guys driving in Harare, the traffic can tell you that there's an increase of motor vehicles on our roads. So there is definitely an increase. As you can see also, the police are cracking down on people who have got unlicensed drivers. You also see we spent over $469 million as a country importing motor vehicles. So there's definitely an increase in the way people are using motor vehicles in the country. What is interesting to us, though, is the government's drive through the Ministry of Education to have young people getting their driver's licenses at all levels. So I think the business case for this thing actually exists. Mobile phones, smartphones are getting cheaper and cheaper by the year. So I think in the next 3 to 5 years, almost everyone will have a smartphone and it becomes natural for people to study for their provisional driver's license test using this app. We see ourselves as a Zimbabwean company based here in Zimbabwe, but we've got a pan-African view. We want to expand to these other countries because of the scale. When President Obama came into Kenya for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, we had the chance to go there, and we stayed behind, took a look at the market in Kenya, and I think the market is ready for this, as well as Tanzania, Nigeria. So what are we looking for? We are happy for the ministry that they have set up this platform for us, and our mobile network operators are here. I think most of us guys will have received an SMS which says you can now pay your DSTV subscription using EcoCash, Telecash, or One Wallet. That's the same thing we want. We are not looking for money at this stage. What we simply want is the support of the mobile network operators, all 3 of them, to send out an SMS to all their subscribers saying you can now use EcoCash, you can now use Telecash, you can now use One Wallet to pay for the Roadus app. That will give us a very big jump in terms of our downloads and our scale. You will also then notice why is this important, or what's in it for them. When people download the application, they are using their mobile data. So it's already a big plus for the mobile network operators. And when people are paying for this app, they use mobile money, which is also a plus. So I believe there's a business case for the mobile network operators to work with us and to support us and to assist us. Thank you.
Roadus, thank you so much. I'm sure for all the people that are coming to, the innovators that are coming to pitch, strictly 5 minutes. So I would encourage you the first minutes of your presentation to really get to the bone fit. Unfortunately, I thought you had been told, but I believe you've been told. For now, I'm opening to the floor. Few questions that will help you looking at the product. So you can just raise your hand. The microphone's out there. Somebody will. Point of correction, I was told by my director that the judges will not be asking questions. They're open to the audience. Thanks, Scott. There's a gentleman sitting right in front.
There's road rules. I don't see where you're going to make your money. So in terms of any information, it's important to see how we're going to make your money.
All right, thank you. Amazing question. So our application is in a freemium model. So the person downloads the application for free on Google Play Store. They use it for 15 minutes so that you can just show them the value proposition of what the application can assist them for. After 15 minutes, the application logs them out and says your free trial has expired. Please pay $2 United States for continued use of the application for 3 months via either EcoCash, Telecash, or One Wallet. So when somebody taps on one of those buttons, it automatically dials. They enter their PIN for the mobile money wallet. It comes to us. Once we receive payment, we send them an activation code via SMS. They punch that activation code, then the application opens up. So that's how we make our money.
Can I have the second question from the audience? There's a hand. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Rodriguez, I'd like to ask, why can't you just partner with the VID so that when you use your application, you can just get our provisions from there?
So we are in the process of doing it. Maybe because of the constraints of time, we've already been endorsed by the Ministry of ICT to go towards that direction. We've also been endorsed by the Office of the President and Cabinet, particularly the section that deals on public sector modernization. We actually made an offer to say we have the infrastructure, we have the technology to invest and roll out the entire system without the government paying anything, and then the system can run. So we are doing the processes starting with the Traffic Safety Council because they are the ones who have got the mandate to regulate driver education in this country, but it's something that is in the works already.
Thank you. I'll get my last question from the audience. Anyone? Someone to help them? I'll take that. Thank you, sir.
Rodriguez, just want to ask about your security. For example, I paid the $2, right? And you sent me an activation code. What will stop me from selling that activation code to other 50 people for $1?
Okay. So we happen to work with a very smart team of people. We have anticipated such kind of problems. So we have a security system that will not allow you to do it. What it will allow you to do, what we actually want you to do is share the application to as many people as possible. But the moment they open the application on their phone, it will ask them to register with a unique ID, otherwise they won't be able to proceed. So I think our security is very tight on that space.
Thank you once again. Let's give a solid hand to Rodriguez. Thank you so much for your presentation. I believe you're not bringing a commuter inside. When you're next, I think they've learned one or two things and to actually help them better the product.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. My name is Wazanai. I'm representing WIND. Basically, to cut it short, people are probably asking, what's the name of WIND? We are actually just a digital tout company that locates taxis and tow trucks for you at the push of a button. It's an application that we have that you can download on either the App Store or Google Store. It's free to download. We are bringing back to you safety, first thing. Second thing, convenience. Third thing, pricing. What it does is it allows you to get a taxi within minutes by locating the closest taxi. What we've just basically done is moved over from analog to digital. Normally what we do, you would have to call for a cab at a cab company and ask them to locate for the nearest taxi. So now, all you have to do that, you can do that on your mobile device, download the application. This is screen number, this is the first screen that you'll get to, which is the App Store or the Google Store. The second screen over there is the registration page. You register, you put all your details on there, and everything else that you'll have within the system is all the information about yourself, your trips that you've done before, how much you've paid before. This will help you even for budgeting, and let's say you're using it for a business and you want to claim back on trips that you've done. You can actually log on and it actually sends you emails after your trips. Okay? Operations. The landing page shows you the first part about where you are located. And from where you're located, it's going to search for the nearest taxi and tell you, hey, here, this is where I'm at. And then it'll tell you how long it'll take for that taxi to get to you. And then you actually tell the taxi where you want to go, and then it'll give you an estimated cost of how much it will cost. Once the driver accepts, you already know how much you pay for that trip. So there's no more this thing of calling somebody, a taxi that you know, and say, hey, you know what, I need a taxi and this person is maybe 20 kilometers away. This one actually gives you convenience of having to locate the cab that is near you and which one gets to you fastest. And also gives you the pricing of that particular trip. What it also has in this application is once that driver accepts that trip, it's got information of the driver, which is the picture of the driver, the company that they work for, because remember all these cabs that are being are registered with us are registered taxis. It's not just any taxi that's going to be roaming around. It's probably one of the other taxis, Mint taxis, Ego taxis, whatever it is. So it'll have the picture of the driver, the the license plate, the type of car, and the color of the car. So when I was saying safety, I was talking of what it does. It then saves all this information into your trip history, where you can go back and log in and find out, hey, you know what happened? I left my phone in that taxi. What company was it? You go back, you log onto your system, and it will tell you, okay, it was Ego taxi. It was Ego taxi. I'm sorry, I'm not going to wait for it. I don't know, is this off or what? Oh, it's a battery. Okay. You'll then get to a stage where you'll go back and log on to the system to find out this is the taxi that I was in, this is the company that I work, that the driver works for it, and it also has that driver's phone number. So you actually have access to be able to call these people back and recover whether you've lost something or you need to recover something. Okay.
Once again, let's give them a big hand. We're opening to the floor once again. Questions for Wendy. Can I have a mic right in the front? Thank you, sir.
I've got two questions. The first one, what's your difference with Uber? Second question, how do you propose to protect your market against anybody bringing Uber into the market?
The difference between Uber and us is Uber is using private cars. Us guys were using registered taxis. You already in one place. Then protecting, there's really no way we can protect. But then I think we would have locked the market by the time they decide to come.
Thank you, sir. I'll take a second question. I could have a microphone right at the end. Can we pass on that mic right to the end? Is that a question coming through, sir?
What's up? Hello. Okay. I have a question. I heard you talk about the security of the client. I also want to know what security measures are you putting to protect the taxi driver? How do you vet the clients that you register? So that maybe they are not thoughts that are going to rob the cab.
Okay, thank you for the question. So basically you are asking how we're going to protect the driver from the passenger, is that correct? Right. For anyone to be able to download, right, first of all, the first measure of security is that it asks you for all your information, your name, ID number, and all those other kind of things, for you to actually have it on your application. And the second thing, what it does, for you to actually be registered, it has to be registered to the phone number that is attached to your phone, to your mobile device. So that's the second mode of probably security, as in, let's say, tracing back. So, okay, sorry. I hope that answers that question.
Thank you so much. Last question. There was a hand directed and...
I've already got mine.
Coming through.
What's now, in terms of all your registration protocol, we ran a taxi company from before. What are the payment platforms attached to WeBo? And what sort of integration are you looking for going forward? Because obviously some of us are in the transport sector. We want to know what sort of integrations can you do? Can you integrate with airline systems? Can you integrate with other trafficking or truck systems, for instance? If a passenger is coming from out of the country, can they do this booking in advance? Can there be an advance booking? Can there be a pre-booking? And how long can your application hold a booking for? So that's two questions. Your payment platforms, is it EcoCash, is it credit card, is it ZimSwitch, or is it strictly cash?
More to the driver wants. EcoCash, cash or credit, we are not in control of the payment platform. We just help on the pricing, then the driver will do the rest. But in future, we'll be putting some payment platforms there. Then there's no pre-booking, it's only on demand. So we will try to have the cabs available all the time. Does that cover you there, Cousin?
Where do you make your money and how do you make it?
This one is for free. No, we get our commission from the taxi companies.
What the number of trips you've generated for you?
Yeah.
Our third innovator, I'm calling upon, I'm Success Learning. I'm Success Learning. Let's give them a hand as they're coming through, and I'm giving them 5 minutes.
A pleasant evening to you all. I'm Director Tuan Subio from Current Technologies. 3 years ago, I was a law 6 student at HP High School in Midora. And I managed to score 50 points and go into law school. But what really helped me was I managed to use mobile phone and internet. And I was even better than those people I was learning with in class. So what came to my mind is, why can't I have a platform where students in Zimbabwe can access local content which is in line with our syllabi? And that's when I'm a Success Learning platform came into being. So in my second year university, we managed to launch a Success Learning platform for all A-level students in Zimbabwe, where they can access notes, question and answers, and they can also write exercises and add marks for them. Also, we know that parents have got a concern for their children. They have 2 questions, as in, how many hours is my child studying? And also, is he studying very well? So the app also has got a system where we can track whatever the student will be doing, and then we can inform the parent how many hours he's been studying. And if he has taken tests, we can also tell them this is the mark that he has got. So this is what I'm a Success is do. What is the problem? We realize that textbooks are expensive and have to carry and not convenient. And people also go for extra lessons which cost around $20 for a single subject. But with I'm a Success, we managed to solve the problem by making sure that students can actually access educational content from a mobile app or from their laptop through a desktop app. Also, the app is quite affordable. They can only pay for $2 a month for all the subjects. What is unique about our Success is that it's an app that is made for students from a student. Like, it's different from an app that is just made from a businessman or from someone who just want to make money out of the app. But for us, we understood what students want, and we managed to work on that. Then how do we make money on our success? We make students subscribe for $2 a month, for $2 a month. And in Zimbabwe, we have more than 400,000 O&A-level students. 400,000 O&A-level students. And currently, we have 1,000 to 2,000 users, which we have right now. Secondly, we also make money from the app by making sure that we put a bookstore. If you check in Zimbabwe, the streets, you see that there are books that are there that have been photocopied. And those people who are writing those books are not getting money. So what we're trying to do that in success is making sure that there's a bookstore where students can either buy a book, or they can buy pages, or they can rent the whole book. And thirdly, we want to make money from organizations that do career guidance. Like we have so many organizations that do career guidance, but they don't have the cash, like students are segmented everywhere. But our success is the cash, because currently is the first educational mobile app in Zimbabwe. And lastly, how we also make money is we have the learning. This app also has a learning management system where we can go to school and we install the system, and the teachers can post assignments, can send notifications, can mark the register, using the system. What I love about our success is when we're starting this business, things were quite hard for us to get the market. And recently, another way we saw that we can make money is that we can also sell it to universities and colleges. Most universities in Zimbabwe, they don't have mobile apps, or they don't have systems where students can register wherever they are, and they can be enrolled for a school. So recently, we partnered with Africa Learning Development Network, so as to offer diplomas using the app. So we have a bit of competition that we have here in Zimbabwe when it comes to success. But what is different from them, as I said, is that our success was made from a student to a student. Also, most of the competitors, they're not using the latest technology. For example, we have internet connection in Zimbabwe, and most of the systems, they require internet connection, but our success can also work offline. Either yes, internet or not, the app can also work. Then another distinguishing factor about our success is we also have video lectures. And these video lectures are not from YouTube or something that is not in line with the Zimbabwe syllabus. But it's actually ZIMSEP papers which our students are writing. Then what is our ask? Our ask is, I've been funding this business myself since I started university. So what to fund is like we have our own team of programmers, our own team of entrepreneurs. But when it comes to marketing, there are no two ways about it. You have to pay money to go on radio, you have to pay money to go on TV. And that's what we're asking for. Also, we have data connection problems in Zimbabwe. So we're asking for all the service providers that we can have data bundles for their success, where students can actually use the app and do chat groups using the data bundles. Thank you.
Three questions that can help these people. Triangle 10 atmosphere. Can I get a mic?
Thank you very much for your app. I think as a former student myself, I'm here before it. My question is simple. The Zimbabwean syllabus is changing. The ministry is embarking on a new curriculum. Are you guys appropriately registered with the publishers, and do you have ministry supporting the content you're pushing out to the students, so that when they go onto your app, we are guaranteed that our dependents are getting onto ministry approved content? We wouldn't want our literature students to be reading so are you doing it according to the ministry? Thank you.
Yeah. Exactly. Economics technologies, we value quality in whatever we do. That's why when we talk about the revenue models, we never mention something about advertising, while we do not advertise on our account in the classroom. So what we're doing is we make sure that if the syllabus changes, it has to change. And we work with teachers who also help us, who are telling us, like we are on the business side and on the tech side. When it comes to content, we work with teachers. We give us information that is relevant.
Thank you. I hope you answered that. I'll take my second question. I just wanted to ask, the ladies here been disqualified from asking questions. Thank you, Larry. Can you come through?
I think there's a lot of
of things that I find fascinating about your app because, first of all, you speak a lot about how, as a student, your experiences were of this sort. What I'm still trying to understand is how does the market get this? Because I think there are a lot of ideas, and I came across a lot of ideas, but how they come to market and how they become a product is where I'm getting lost a little bit. And you spend a lot of time talking about what your competitors don't do, as opposed to just talking about what you do. So what is it that is going to make this a seller? How are you planning to bring this to market, other than the idea that you want to sell it to universities and so forth? What is the thing that will make a parent or somebody decide that they're going to make this a staple of their education system for their kids?
All right. Firstly, the app is already in the market. As I said, you already have around 2,000 users. You go to Google Play Store, search for Success, you can find it. And we have also had partnerships using the same app. So what is really, as you say, what's like the product and the user, like want to have the link, is it relevant to the students? From the analytics that we have and the time the students spend on the app, and even the ratings that are on Play Store, and even when we're talking to parents, because the good thing about our Success is it is a user and a client. The client is the parent, is the one who pays. So as we're talking to parents about it and what it can do for them, they're really interested in the idea, and we're even willing to pay for it. We actually sold something today. We saw the video lecture today. So I think that shows that there's a market out there.
Thank you, Larry. I hope you've been answered. I think you can sing in the foyer. Thank you so much. Let's give them a hand. Yeah, this is real innovation for you, even from the name. Protronics. I love this. Can we have them coming through? The minimum, since we have given you time to present.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honorable ministers. I'm humbled to be standing before you today. My name is George Ngore. I'm the founder of a startup company known as Protonics. Before I tell you more, let me just give you a short background story. So one day, I was in one of those high floors at Joina City, and I was in desperate need of airtime. But I had to rush down the floors to the lobby, had to exit the building, go to the other side of the road where the airtime vendors are, just to get an airtime scratch card. And in another incident, my dad, who's now growing older and older and is having eyesight problems, he was always calling for me or my little brother to call out the small numbers on the scratch card because he can no longer see properly. So I started thinking, what can be done to solve these problems? And then I came up with a device. I actually assembled a machine that I called the airtime vending machine. Unfortunately, I do not have slides. I have a short video clip, but because of time, I'm going to have to, maybe we just play it in the background while I'm talking it through. So, this new machine, how it works is, instead of you having to buy your scratch card and scratch and enter all those numbers, with this machine, all you have to do is you insert a note, a bank note. It actually has a device that accepts notes. You insert a bank note, and you simply punch in your phone number, and then click recharge. Within seconds, you will receive a text message on your phone confirming that your account has been topped up by X amount of airtime. But it is, thank you. It is no longer just limited to dispensing airtime. I've been working on other features, one of which will allow you to also buy your prepaid electricity from the same unit. And as an additional feature, I also added a 3D navigation system, which, for example, if we had one of these installed here at Rainbow Towers and you are new to this place, you don't know the different sections of the building, there's a navigate premises tab that you just simply click and it will show you the entire building in 3D. So on the right section, there's a list of all the different sections of the building. If you just click on, let's say you want to find where the restrooms are, if you click on the restrooms tab, it will rotate and show you how to get there. So it's an additional feature that I added to it. Now this is how we make money from this thing. This thing generates revenue from the airtime sales as well as the electricity part. So it generates revenue that way. Or maybe if you are a retailer and you want one of these units in your shop front, you could also purchase it. It is relatively cheap to manufacture. Like I made a kind of a makeshift prototype. There are 2 prototypes actually. When I did my research, I realized that with $800, I'm able to make one of these. And imagine if you have maybe 50 of these scattered all over town. It would be almost like having a team of employees who are selling airtime and electricity on your behalf while you're watching DSTV at home. And you don't have to pay the same salary. So that's pretty much about it, about the airtime machine. Thank you.
I'm happy there's a lady hand up there. Thank you, ma'am. The microphone is coming to you.
Thank you. My question is, have you confirmed if the local communication companies, the Econet, Teleso, will be willing to work with you, are willing to allow you to sell their airtime on your vending machine? Because you said that you're going to be making money from the airtime sales. So have you approached the companies to see if they are willing to, part with their seats to make sure that your company makes money?
Okay. One thing that I forgot to mention is the machine is actually functional. You can actually buy your airtime. As we are speaking here, I could have done a little demo if it wasn't for the inconveniences that will come because of time. But I'm actually hoping to maybe have a discussion with the people who are in the MNOs so that we may maybe see, help each other and see how we can make this thing, how we can scale it up. Because right now, we are just, me and my friends, we are just a startup company and we will need their help, obviously.
Well, basically, I think it's a great idea, but my question is, already we have like a number of agents, people who are actually benefiting from selling airtime. So my question is, as a company, is there a way that you can still have these beneficiaries still benefiting regardless of you guys having this technology? Because that's already lives being fed and that, yeah. That's my personal question. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, thank you for asking that question. It's a good question, actually. The thing is, this innovation, well, I actually did this especially for those places where airtime vendors are usually not allowed on the premises. Like I mentioned, I was in Joina City, they are not allowed there. So imagine you are here at Rainbow Towers. If we had one of these, we don't have airtime vendors running around the premises because they are not allowed. So this would be tapping into the market that the vendors couldn't take advantage of anyway.
Thank you. I'll get my last question. We're limiting, as moderation, we're limiting our questions for the sake of time. We are flying tomorrow.
I must say, young men, this has been, for me at least, the most disruptively innovative product I've heard about today. Why the word disruption? The fact that other vendors are not going to be selling airtime is not your problem. That's why it's called disruptive innovation. Anyway, my question is, on the ZESA or ZESA prepaid or recharge, Remember, it's meter specific. How are you going to address that?
Well, the way it works is I'll be more like an agent, right? So I'm going to have to work with people from the ZISA side who then have to allow me to be like somebody who's, it's almost like I'm buying electricity on somebody else's behalf. So regardless of who they are, they can still, the pin that they receive at the end of the day will still work on their unit. If I'm working with these ZESA guys, they can then allow me to do it that way. I don't know if I answered you right.
Have you started doing it?
Yeah, I actually went there, but then I was told to come back a little later because there are some people there who I was supposed to talk to who are the decision makers, and apparently they were not available when I went there.
Protronics, another solid answer. Thank you so much. With such brains, I'm excited for the land. Our fifth presentation, our fifth innovator coming through is Academy Reports. If they can come and make a pitch, can you give them a hand as they take to the podium?
There are over 8,000 schools in Zimbabwe and 3.5 million students in Zimbabwe, and we're doing a wonderful job in managing our schools. We have heard news about cases of fraud being leveled against the school authorities where the BESA is issuing fake receipts and then they go away with the money, giving the parents and give, especially those that can't locate the fake receipts. Sometimes you hear the school saying, will you bring your receipts? Whereby the BESA will have issued fake receipts. The issue that we're trying to solve is the issue of fraud cases where we've got employees in schools that are abusing or stealing school funds, and this is unacceptable. And also on the same note, parents are also not involved in everyday activities of the children. They are busy trying to look for money, or they're busy having a schedule. So what you are saying is Academy Report. We want better processes. We want more transparent in schools. We want to give headmasters more management tools. We want Academy Report. My name is David Don, founder and CEO of Academy Report. Let me show you how you can predict your school from such cases. Sign up is super easy. The headmaster signs the school, creates assets, he enrolls his staff, the BESA, the teachers. After that, the BESA will enroll the students, and then the teachers are enrolled, the parents are enrolled via the students. Automatically, they receive a notification on their phone that they've been registered. And after that, the system is functional. For parents, they can view attendance of the children from wherever they are, as long as there's internet. They can raise tickets or issues with the school. They don't have to visit the school. They can raise the tickets in the system, and the teacher responsible will see that an issue has been raised. The headmaster can also see the issues that are raised by parents and how they are going to be solved. And also, parents can also receive notification as well if there is a payment that has been made to your school account for the child, or an invoice has been issued. How are we going to solve this? Or how are we going to help the school? The headmaster will be monitoring key resources every day. From his portal, you can see the money that has been issued, you can see the money that has been received by the BESA. You can also see the communication that's happening between the teachers and the parents. You can also monitor the attendance that's happening at the school. You can also see level of effort for students. You can also measure teachers using the level of effort that he sees from the dashboard. So the headmaster now has got tips or has got key information every time he's looking at the dashboard. The BESA can't run away with the money because at the end of the day, the headmaster knows that $200 issues have been receipted. So you ask the BESA, where's the $200? Also, on the parent side, they can also apply online for places if they want for schools that are participating, if a child is absent from a lesson or a lecture, our system is going to attend as much whereby the parent is notified that their child has not attended geography or mathematics lesson, even if they go to school, but to report that they haven't actually attended the lesson. This is a notification from our system. This is Mr. Mzari is notified that his child has not attended mathematics. They have been notified that an invoice has been issued of $20, and then there's a seat payment where they've paid. If you give the child $20 and then they decide not to pay, they pay $10, you get a notification that $10 has been paid. So you can ask the child, where is the other $10? This is the dashboard of the headmaster. You can see the invoices, you can see the students, the attendance, the amount that parents owe them. You can also see the level of effort in attendance. This is the dashboard for the parent. They can see the children, the performance and what they owe in school. This is the report. Ours is generated reports online. You don't have to print the report. You can see the reports from wherever you are. When you just log in as a parent of the headmaster, you can see the report. This is the report for a child, for the teachers. This is our team. So this is our team, and we go forward. This is our system. We've got an Innovator module for the school that is working. The admission online, the admission module which is working online. We've got a ranking system where the teachers enter the marks, and the system does the ranking for them per class and per school. We've got a notification system, and we've done the online application where a parent can apply for school places online. This is how we're going to make money. It's a subscription model based $3 per annum for students, $500 for schools, and also we've got a certification that will make you money. That's how we make money from the certification and communication.
Thank you very much. My first question is, who get the autonomy of the system? If the headmaster have got the autonomy, the ministry is firing headmasters because of squandering money. So your system, if it is give the autonomy to the headmaster only, I'm not convinced.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much. What the system does, it has got profiles. A headmaster, there are things that you can do and things that you can't. What we've done 3 things in the system. We've segregated the duties. The headmaster, there are things that you can do and some things that you can't do in the system. So, the headmaster can't go in to do a receipting, but he can see what has been receipted. The headmaster can't go in and mark attendance, but the teacher can do that. But the teacher can't do the receipting. So we've segregated the duties. In our system, we're doing 3 things that everybody else is doing. The first thing that we're doing is we're doing a transaction trail. We know who's doing what, when, where, and what they did. The second thing we're doing is we're creating a unified platform, a communication platform between the school and the community, where the messages can go either side. The headmaster can see the communication between the school and the parents. And also, like I was saying, the roles and responsibilities, which we have done.
Say this is a very brilliant innovation, and I'm sure it's going to go a long way in helping the education system. My only question for you is, what is your solution for the challenge of the digital divide? A lot of the people in the schools, parents, and even students themselves have got challenges with digital literacy and information literacy. What is your solution to that particular problem?
Which is also encouraging ICT in schools. We as a company, we're not just doing business, but we're also supporting the government initiative of Ministry of Education bringing transparency into schools, and also the Ministry of ICT bringing innovation into the education sector. So not just
the skills of using ICT, the skills, the ability of the people to use ICT, the digital divide, the difference between those who can use ICT and those who cannot, the skills gap.
Okay, but in the schools, I understand most schools are now having ICT teachers that are also being employed where schools develop games. So I think we can write on that, because they have also personnel on the ground. So we can utilize those personnel to train. But we also as a company will be doing certification like what I showed you. We'll be doing certification for headmasters, certification for teachers, for basers. We'll be training all the personnel. The system is not going to make anyone unemployed, but it's going to empower the people with the right tools so that they make quick decisions.
Idea, 100%, because I think at the end of the day, it's about convincing the education system to buy your idea. And my question to you is, how do you convince a corrupt school or education system to buy into your idea?
Well, the issue is we've got STCs in schools. If people like you are in STC committees, they see a system like this, obviously they'll bring it to the meeting. They say, let's push for this because it brings more transparency. Also, the STC committee can also see what's happening in the schools. If you are someone who's development minded, I'm sure you can support an idea or a notion that brings transparency. Because there are so many things that you are doing. We're creating a platform between the schools and the communities. And we are solving problems in a transparent manner. We are not trying to find who is wrong, but to build gaps so that we can improve the way we do business in schools. Because there have been a lot of fraud cases in abuse of resources in schools.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Final presentation, the innovator is Shift Organics from HARARE Institute of Technology. If they can come through, let's give them a hand.
A pleasant evening to you all. No soil, no weeding, no digging, no sunlight. And even in a room like this, you can do your gardening. The future of farming is here. My name is Clyde Nyakokoto, founder of Shift Organic Technologies, a student-run startup from the HARARE Institute of Technology. We are solving the problem of food security, nutrition, poverty eradication. Obviously, everyone wants to eat, and they want to eat organic food, which is healthy. The VI system is an award-winning project. Which we developed. Not only did we focus on developing the application, but we improved the farming system itself. Given the architecture you are seeing, we have integrated vermiculture, the use of worm to decompose biodegradable material, aquaponics, fish farming combined with horticulture, and ICT technologies to enable you to remotely control and monitor everything. Just by going to your phone, you can send a tweet, a text message, an app, or WhatsApp, just like you are chatting with anyone. Feed fish, stop water pump, start water pump, and it will be even communicating with you like you are seeing there. Fish pond full, fish pond leak, even the temperature itself. In case you have forgotten to actually command those things, the system will give a grace period and it will automatically take over the control of the system. So instead of saying, John, did you feed my fish or did you do this? The system is there to assist you to do everything within your farming system. Given the water shortages that we have in most urban areas and even in rural areas, this system is 90% water efficient and only produces 4 times as much compared to the ordinary soil-based farming we use. We have managed so far to partner with humanitarian organizations, institutions. I can say currently at HARARE Institute of Technology, we are substituting from outsourcing for our kitchen, and we have developed a system to fully supply our dining. We have also developed a system for individuals and other organizations. To add on to it, we have got a smart Mukoko, the talking BI. Instead of you getting stung each time you want to check if there's honey in your BI, this hive will do everything for you and will tell you when the hive is ready for harvest. So those are the sensors integrated in the BI, and they enable you, even if there is
the wind blows, or if there is a security threat to your BI, this system will enable you to get alerts of what's happening, and that smart Mukoko app on your tab. As a shift organic technologies, we are committed to building Africa's food basket. Thank you.
You don't have to wait for the rain, it can be done indoors. I'm taking 3 questions. Sir, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm very impressed by your presentation, and one question that I wanted to ask, you didn't cover on how you make your money. How do you make your money?
Our first project, which made us realize some income, was for Pick and Pay Better of the Chefs HARARE, where we did a kitchen garden for them. They successfully ran their season 2, getting supplies from the system we had developed. Currently, the family is using a 24 square meter system to get vegetables every day, and also they've got 40 kgs of fish to realize from the system. So we make money through maintenance and also through implementation and training.
I believe you've been all answered. I'll take my second question.
Thank you. That's a very impressive system. I have one question. In Zimbabwe, we have, especially in ICT, one problem with internet connection. So, what actions or measures do you have to address that? Suppose someone who is in a remote area would like to use your system.
For the smart BIs, I can say I have successfully developed a system replicating the use of the what we call Zubova within a range of 21 kilometers. This device is able to transmit. That means even on a 2 farmer or a 1 farmer, this farm is limited within a range of 21 kilometers, and this device is able to transmit. I'm in the process to register it with POTRAS and other regulatory authorities. Wow. And this will enable one to not rely only on the internet, but to rely on those devices.
That's my final question.
How much does it cost you to set up the system, and then how much then would you charge the clients or people whom you help set up the system?
For the VA system, it depends on the amount of space you want to set up. For the one that Better of the Chefs or producer is now using, it's 24 square meters. The total cost of setting up the system was $600, and he gets vegetables there every day. Also, we charge maintenance fee after every 3 months. That is around $60 or $80, depending on the nature of work that we want to do for maintenance. On beehives, beekeepers harvest honey 3 times a year. And that means each time they harvest, we need to reset up the system. So we charge $1 per hive for setting up the system again. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your pitch. Let's give them a hand and let's take the seat. We've been inspired, challenged, encouraged. There's a lot of things that are happening within this beautiful land, especially in particular in the Sunshine City. Thank you so much all for coming tonight, for the people that are the innovators, for your pitches. For now, I want the traditional dancers to come and give us just one song to give our adjudicators time to just chew one last beat and give us the final findings.
4 billion people with no access to high-speed internet reside in developing countries, Zimbabweans among them. In spite of these and many other challenges, young Zimbabweans are forging ahead with ICT problem-solving innovations aimed at addressing challenges within their communities. Meet some young ICT innovators of today.
We need to know who has won. From our pitches, we have 3 people that will be given awards. So I'm seeing that people are leaving their seats. So we kindly ask you to be patient. The snacks, the eats, and maybe more questions for the innovators. So the dancers are just given 2 minutes. So I kindly ask the kids to be patient. Then after this song, Simon Taylor will come through to take over. The dancers will come. That will be what innovator. So the president is like our program is still on, we just about to finish. Thank you so much.
Of your home. Through technology, of course, through ICTs. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is ZIMBABWE. I'm representing the Postal and Telecommunications Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe. Wow, what a night. What a night. Very exciting evening, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Well, we just want to recognize the presence of the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Mrs. Chikukwa, who is here represented by Mr. Ndebele, the acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Mr. Chigwamba, who is here present, the Acting Director General of Portras, Mrs. Nyamutswa, here present, captains of industry, students, the academia, everyone who has come today. We are excited. Thank you so much for coming. I also want to briefly just thank the team that has put this event together. It was not easy to put it together, but we were excited as a team to see what it has come to. So maybe just briefly, if I can make the team stand, Mr. Mujuru, the team from Ministry of ICT, the team from Portrans, Wana Jose, Wana Tapunta, you know, the whole lot. Please, can you stand so that people can see you, the team that has made. Wana Mr. Madondo, Bonnie, where are you? Bonnie. This is the team Nora, the two Noras, we have two Noras, the two Noras, Bridget, Rose from Ministry of ICT, you know, the operators, Telecel, Econet, Net1, Tel1, PowerTel, you know, we were just such a powerful team. So thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to go straight to what we are here for, which is the innovators. I have the top three. And the top three, to help us give away the prizes, the exciting prizes, I would like to invite the acting Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Mr. Ndeze, to come in the front, together with the acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, to come and assist us here, and the acting Director General of Portrans to come and assist us with the prize giving. And Titi and Sandra, please get ready. If I can kindly invite the drum. Is it a technology drum that's silent? Thank you. If you can stand right here. Okay. I would like Mrs. Nyamutswa to be here, and then the PT, then the guest of honor. Thank you. Yes, that is the order. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall start with number 3, according to the judges. I like the silence. Number 3 is winning a laptop from the Ministry of ICT and Postal and Telecommunication Services. It's got specs, so that's what I'm looking at, Bonnie, because it's got special specs, and it's, I don't know, for some innovators. A dongle with airtime for 1 month from Net1, 2 flash disks from Telecel, 1 solar panel plus batteries from Econet, 1 HTC phone from PowerTel, 1 USB warmer from Tel1, cap from Econet, 10 gig data on public Wi-Fi from Tel1, 1 USB warmer from Tel1, and all the winners are going to get t-shirts. Our number 3. Thank you. Road rules. Welcome, road rules. Yeah, this is a team from Road Rules. Well done. Come this side to the end. Paparazzi. The paparazzi is taking pictures. This is the team from Road Rules. Well done. Road Rules, please see Sandra for the rest of your package. This is the laptop. The rest of the package, please see Sandra for that. Thank you so much. Number 2 prize gets a little bigger one. 1 laptop from the Ministry of ICT and Portrans, 10 gig data from Tel1 on public Wi-Fi, ADSL Home Plus from Tel1,
1 dongle from Telecel, 1 HTC phone handset from PowerTel, a dongle from Net1 with airtime for 1 month, solar panel with batteries from Econet, 2 dongles from Econet, 1 flash from Telecel, ADSL Home Plus from Tel1, 1 cap from Econet, and 1 USB warmer from Tel1. And that person is Protronics. Well done. Well done, Protronics. Wow. Thank you so much. Can you face that direction for the paparazzi? Please note that we are on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, can you look at on our screens? People are tweeting about this event. So amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, sir. Please see Sandra for the rest of your prizes so she can give you the rest of your prizes. The first prize, ladies and gentlemen, is going to get a laptop from Ministry of ICT and Portras, ADSL Unlimited free Wi-Fi for 3 months from Tel1, 2 USB warmers from Tel1, ADSL Home Plus for 3 months from Tel1, 2 dongles from Econet Wireless, 2 solar panels and batteries from Econet Wireless, 1 cap from Econet, 2 dongles from Telecel, 1 HTC handset from PowerTel, 10 gig of data on Tel1 public Wi-Fi, 1 dongle from Net1 with a month's airtime, a flash, 2 flashes from Telecel. Well done. That is huge. I thought we were going to say wow. Wi-Fi available at home, even when they're not there at home, they've got Wi-Fi, they've got everything. And that person is Shift Owners. His team. This team is from HARARE Institute of Technology. I was speaking with the dean earlier. Is the dean still around? The dean? Okay. He came in the afternoon and he was saying, watch this space. I promise you, watch this space. That's what he was threatening us with. So well done, HIT. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that HARARE Institute of Technology also gave us the people who were ushering you and making you, go and sit on your seats. So can I have the HIT ushers to recognize them? Well done, thank you. They are also innovators, by the way. They are from the same department. So thank you, team. We have the paparazzi. Are you done? Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our guest of honor and the acting permanent secretary and the acting DG. Thank you so much. Wow, what a night. I wanted to ask somebody. What a night. Maybe I can ask the Portras board. What a night, sir. I saw him just going, when the presentations were going. So I think we are all impressed by the presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, to give us our last speech, very short, which is the vote of thanks. Before we have some eats, we're going to eat. Our eats are on the left and on my right, on your left and on your right. Can I have our person who is speaking on behalf of the innovators to come and give us the vote of thanks. Okay, thank you. She's an innovator, and it's a girl.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All protocol observed. It is an honor to be standing here to give my thanks to the Ministry of ICT on behalf of all innovators present for offering this platform to enable us to showcase all our ideas and talents. We greatly appreciate it. I thank you all once again and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you so much for the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of our program. I would like to us to just give a round of applause to all the innovators. And maybe just to also announce that all the innovators will get t-shirts from operators, and we've got the registered t-shirts, some dongles, there's some prizes that are there that they're going to get. So everyone who exhibited will get something from the operators and the Ministry of ICT. May I ask Nomalanga ma'am, and Nomalanga, if you can come and then lead our VIPs to go out, and then the rest of us, please can we just be a bit orderly. The people on this side will go.
So what were you doing?